So last night I fell asleep because it was trick or treat, and I had to shut all the blinds so no kids would knock on the door and want some candy because I didn't buy no candy because the last 3 years I bought candy and I was stuck with bags of candy. I kind of got a little depressed because I love Halloween. It kind of makes me think about when I was a kid, going all down through the neighborhood. It was just people that really celebrated Halloween. And last year when I sat outside and I got like 5 kids, and the year before that I got like 6 kids, and there was other people standing in this nice neighborhood, and I just was just dang. But anyway, I want to talk about something. So I fell asleep. I must have felt. I was sitting there like, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. I usually watch this stuff on YouTube about men going their own way. It's about how men need to get into themselves and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, uh, so I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there watching all this stuff, and and next thing I know, I'm out. I'm on the couch like, and I woke up, and I was like, I think I'm gonna watch a movie. But I was like, you know what? Let's just go to sleep. So I laid back down on the couch I was sitting on, and then I noticed that Welcome to Derry. It said Welcome to Derry, episode 2. And I went like this. I says, Welcome to Derry, episode 2. That doesn't come on until you know, that doesn't come on until Sunday. And so what they did was they said, it looked and it says, Welcome to Derry was a Halloween. It was a Halloween thing. For just we're gonna drop episode 2 for Halloween. So I'm groggy and looking, and I'm like, it says watch season 1 episode 2, and I was like, whoa. And so just a little backstory. So it's like 1:15. I said, man, you should just take your butt back to bed, but I had to watch it, man. And this is a short video. Now, I told you guys in previous videos that I was going to drop videos like this, and I got to stop worrying about, oh, how come nobody didn't watch this debut? How come, I can't do that. I used to do that when I first started this channel, like, man, nobody's even watching this stuff, but that's just the way it is. So I told y'all I was going to watch this stuff week to week and stuff like that. So I started watching it, and they did a good job. I'll take that back. This is a good episode. Okay, this is a really good episode. Here's the reason why. It's because for me, when I watch stuff like this, the first one is called The Pilot, and then the second episode is called The Thing in the Dark. Now this one deals with the military guy on the base, and then it deals with the wife and the son of the military guy finally coming there, and they got this house there, and she notices some strange things, and then obviously you got the little black girl where her dad was the guy that worked at the theater. They think he's the one that killed those kids in that theater, because that theater, he was the one that was like a janitor of that place or something. So you have that part. But what was neat about this second episode is that I think what I'm trying to say is, it says Welcome to Derry, that's what it's called on HBO, is that we're getting good balance in here. Now, there was some creepy imagery in here. Creepy. There was a part where the black girl was, the little black girl that is the dad that they're trying to say that he killed those kids in that theater. Well, she's in a room, and she has this dream, and apparently her mom must have given birth to her, and she died. So that's why her mom's not in this. Her mom died giving her birth. It showed her mom in the dark, and it showed her, at first she was in bed, and then the bed covered up her face, and then, because at first she went to bed, and she was hearing her dad and her grandma talk about how they're trying to blame him for those murders, and she's just tossed, turned bed, so she puts the covers over her head, and then and then she looks up, and the cover starts turning all kind of colors. It's almost like she was inside of a belly of something. So she's pounding, and she's going on like this and stuff, and all of a sudden you see these red markings like she was inside of of something pregnant and stuff. And then all of a sudden, man, when she came out, she came out and she acted like she was coming out like somebody gave birth to her. And then when she came out, she had this umbilical cord around her neck, and it was her mom, and it showed her vagina with these teeth. Good shot, man. This was some. I was like, ugh, I was like, dang, that's kind of gross, but that was kind of cool because it told you that her mom must have died giving her birth. But welcome Derry. It taps into. So anyway, she went through that, and then the white girl that was with her, the one that she already went to this place for disturbed kids, and she didn't want to go back. So the sheriff said, because her and that black girl was the one that was, her and the kids wanted to find out what happened to that one kid that went away. But when they went inside the theater, they was playing that film. That's when those kids got killed. So the only one survived was the black girl and that white girl. So the white girl gets picked up by the sheriff because the sheriff was getting pressured in and says, hey, man, a lot of people want those kids die. So, you're going to have to hurry up and try to make an arrest. He goes, he was at home. I don't know what you want me to do. They said, well, you got to do something. So he coerced that. He got that girl from school and took her to the, sheriff's thing and talked her into trying to say that she doesn't know if he was there or not. So they end up arresting the black girl's dad. So then, the black girl runs to that girl's house and she bangs on the door and her mom opens up the door. What are you doing there this time of night? She goes, what you tell him, like this and that. She goes, and she's trying to explain. And then that and her mom's like, you need to go home and get out of here. I'll call the police, something like that. So she's standing outside yelling. So the next day it shows that white girl going to the store. Her dad got sucked inside. Somehow he turned off a pickle making machine at a factory. And he left the power on somewhere, and somehow he got inside this pickle machine, and it just devoured him and made him into these pickles. So when it got done chewing his whole body up, it formed him in a bunch of pickles. That's my understanding. So when she was in the store, she was in this pickle aisle, and then it showed her dad inside the pickles saying, hey, baby, hey, honey, I just want to say hi to you. And then it showed her looking at that, and the camera imagery for that was phenomenal. So, guys, this is just a short video, man. I think what's making this really good, to sum this up, is that I'm liking the individual stories. I like the part where they was on the base, and then the three black guys was coming back from the base, and obviously how things were back then, 1962. So, 1962, I think I was 3 years old, but it showed them getting on the base, and then it showed what they were looking for. And then at the end of the movie, it showed what they was finding. They found this car with all these bodies in it, and it dug out. And this one black guy who's in the military, he has these visions of where this get to where he can find certain things. So the military is looking for that. And this is back in the Cuban Missile Crisis. So a lot of y'all not familiar with that. You got to be my age to understand the Cuban Missile Crisis. But I was 3 years old when that went on. So anyway, so that was the end of the show. But the acting in this is great. Now, I'm going to drop a video like this every week, man. Just tell you how much I'm loving this, man. And so, I watched it, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning when I got done watching it. And I sit there and I was like, well, do you want to finish the rest of this Nightmare on Elm Street stuff? And I was like, nah, I'll finish it at some point. So I was going to watch something else because there's something on Shudder I want to watch. So I was like, and then I decided to go to bed. I just said, I was on this couch. I said, I just go ahead and sleep. So I just went on and slept some more and slept till in the morning. But that was a nice little gift from, HBO Max to drop Welcome to Derry episode 2 on Halloween night. I thought that was pretty slick. I was groggy and looking. I was like, this is on? Because I was like, I can't wait till, episode 2. Now I got to wait clear on up to November 9th to watch episode 3. But, does binge watching an episode dropping better than one another? I don't know. It's up to you. I like them both. See, I ain't that type of person. It's like, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that and that's wrong about this. No, that's not me. If they would have dropped all these, I'd have been watched them and I still would have been fine. I'm not that person to go, well, that's what they get. See, you shouldn't binge watch that or there's nothing else to watch. HBO Max has a lot of stuff on there to watch. And if you can't find nothing on HBO Max, I know some of y'all got 3 streaming services. The average person got 3 streaming services. Go watch something else. All this complaining. You got the other ones going, they shouldn't. I'm not getting it until after I can watch them all in a row. See where I'm going with this? See, because originally I was going to get HBO Max in January. That way I could just watch all of it, Welcome to Derry, all in a row. But I decided not to. I'm perfectly fine watching it every Sunday. No, actually every Monday. Because it comes on at 9 o'clock and I just can't stay awake. I tried to stay awake till 10 o'clock. It just ain't happening. I can, but it just kicks me. Especially on a work week. Nah, I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it because it comes, every Sunday. So, there you go. So every Sunday it comes on at 9 o'clock. So that means that Monday after I get off work, I can come home and I can watch it after I get done working out and doing my normal everyday life stuff. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got. Just wanted to give you a quick, I just got done watching type of thing of, episode 2, The Thing in the Dark. But I'm telling you, man, it's an hour and 6 minutes. The other one is, 54 minutes to pilot. But I'm impressed. I ain't lying, man. I'm impressed. I have been waiting and waiting for this. And so far, that's what I want to talk about. A lot of people you could be that person who's like, well, where's the clown? Because you know how people like to complain about it. Where's the clown? I ain't seen the clown yet, man. Where's the clown? All that. I'm just not that person. I want a more fleshed out story. I want more character development, And these character developments are fine. You know how some people like to complain about any and everything. Just like I told you about binge watching versus dropping an episode here every week. Either way, I like it. At the end of the day, I'm enjoying watching what I watch. So if you drop it week to week, fine. If you drop all the episodes at once, fine. God bless, and we'll catch you in the next video. Talk to you soon.